What's going on, everybody?
Hi, guys!
Chris and Gina here with Hollywood Haunter, and today we're going to talk about themed environments and how to make them a little more cooler.
Yeah, specifically, we have to take you on a journey right now. Where you're walking through Disneyland.
Ooh.
You're walking specifically through New Orleans Square.
Yes.
You're getting a beignet. You can taste the powdered sugar. You're
Yes.
standing in line at the Pirates of the Caribbean. Your boat floats up. You walk in. You sit down.
Yes.
You hold on to your loved one, and you start floating down the bayou.
And then you go,
You're looking
whoa,
around.
there's people eating over there.
There's people eating over there.
It smells.
And then you're over here, and you're watching a banjo guy play. And all of a sudden, on the side, you see. And you're just so engulfed in the
It
atmosphere.
sells it. It sells it.
It totally
When
does.
you see those lightning bugs, you go, we're in the bayou.
It's it. It's the stamp. It's the stamp. You guys, how cool would it be if we could add that to a haunt, to a display, to whatever kind of a production you're doing?
Inside, outside, doesn't matter.
The thing is, though, those things are LED lights, and they're hooked up to a little mechanism and a system, and they bounce, and
They're cool.
flicker, and they just...
But they're high tech.
Disney magic.
Yeah.
Disney magic. What if you don't have that? What if you can't do that? What if you can't spend the money and time doing it?
Yeah.
There's got to be another solution
A
out there,
low-tech
right?
way. Cheap.
Yeah.
Easy.
So we've been putting our heads together, and we think we have a solution.
Yes. So let's get started.
Yeah, let's try this out and see what happens. So first I'm gonna grab some black construction paper. The reason why I'm choosing black is because obviously it's going to be the most incognito thing at nighttime. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the scissors and I'm gonna go ahead and cut little squares all the way down.
Does it matter what sizes you're doing?
I'm doing anywhere between a half an inch to an inch.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is just turn the paper and make my little squares. And one fail swoop should do the trick.
We were wondering if maybe like bigger squares might spin in the wind a little bit better than
the smaller ones.
Yeah.
So these are about the size I'm making. Just little ones, little guys right there. Then comes the fun part. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this glow paint I got at the craft store, shake, shake, shake it up, and put one good sized drop on each piece of paper. I also have a little bit of wildfire paint. I have a paintbrush here. I'm just gonna dab it in there and put one little circle on a few dots because I'd like to see the difference between the glow paint and the expensive glow paint. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some string. Now this thread I raided from my sewing box and it seems pretty durable. And we're just gonna cut varying lengths of this. We can do some shorter ones, some longer ones, and then we're just gonna stagger them when we hang them. Now we're gonna take our scotch tape. We're gonna tape the thread to the back of our firefly. Now this may be reflective in the light, we're not sure yet, but we'll let you know. You can also take a piece of tape and put it over the front. That way we have a piece of tape on the back and the front and make it kind of weatherproof. We'll see if that works too. Once we got going with the scotch tape, Christopher was like, what if people need it to really be waterproof? So he brought me some electrical tape and I said, what a fantastic idea. We can take a piece and put our string in the middle and fold it in half and then put a dot right in the middle. Now you've got a 100% weatherproof piece of Firefly. Because we want to keep testing and trying stuff, we have some wire and we have some of this 15-pound test fishing line that we're gonna test. And we'll see how does it fly in the wind. Is it good? Is it bad? I just don't know yet. We will find out. We'll cut some of those in varying lengths as well. Now that you've got your bug, let's go set it up.
Let's go set up the spooky scene. Mwahahaha.
Harrison, what does a witch say?
Fixing up the creepy cemetery from the bog.
Now that we've got our little fireflies done, I've got some painter's tape. I've already done some gaffer's tape, some masking tape. They all pretty much
Whatever
stick
you got
to the
laying
tree.
around.
But all I'm doing is I'm just like scoping it out and I'm placing them wherever I think they're gonna look the best. And it's so easy. You just take the leaf or the branch and you just wrap it around, take it, and voila. It's beautiful. It's hanging there.
Now, if I would have put tape on Gina's grapevine, I would have gotten in trouble.
All right, guys. So look at this. This just seems super rigid on this wire. I don't have high hopes for it, I'm sure.
It needs to spin.
It needs to like,
Woo! Woo!
I don't know. Then you've got the string. That looks really good. That looks like it's going back and forth a little bit. I mean, it's not really a breeze right now, of course. But, and then we've got the fishing line. Look, I caught one. I caught one. Just kidding.
Get a jar! And she's just basically trying to put them at different levels. Like if you see all these ones that she put up, and some of them have the clear tape on both sides. That one has one on one side. There's the electrical tape over there.
Yeah, I tried to mix up the wildfire and the other ones together.
Are you helping us?
Okay. So here's a difference. Here's our wildfire paint, which is white and bright. And then here's our glow, which is kind of yellow and not as bright. So the race is on to see which one is the best.
So that one has got the string taped onto a bigger piece of paper.
Yeah, we've tried different things. So like this one, I tried just adding more construction paper for weight. Another thing I wanted to try was I actually cut a circle and put a blob right there, and then I weatherproofed both sides with the scotch tape. Because I don't know, maybe you don't need a whole square. Maybe you can just use a circle. We'll see.
For our setup, we are going to be using these two little black lights. We also have this really big one, which you don't have to have, but since we got it, we should definitely see what this thing can do.
Harrison's catching fireflies. Are you catching fireflies? Are you catching them?
Pulling them back down. He's all, I don't like the placement of this one. Yeah, see, we should move it.
One step forward, 2 steps back. 2 tiny steps back.
Look at that.
It's amazing how something so simple can have such a cool effect.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised. I kind of doubted Gina on this one, but I'm looking at it going, dang, that actually is pretty good. Because I was like thinking that we were going to definitely need to wire some kind of little LED lights or something like that. But this is really working very nicely.
And the thing is cool is it's a lot darker on the video than it is in person. And it's amazing. I love it. I feel like I'm in the bayou or in the Midwest or...
Definitely not in the backyard in Los Angeles, right? Those little lights, they're blinking, Clark. Thanks for noticing. Ooh, makes me want to do a bayou theme right now.
Right? There's still, what, 28 days? Let's do it.
Let's get started. Pretty cool, Gina.
So that was amazing,
That
you
was
guys.
pretty cool.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
You guys definitely have to try this one. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's not very expensive.
No.
Some of the things we really like. So let's talk about the string. What did you think?
So I think that the thread definitely did the best job as far as blowing around, having the most movement, spinning so that it blinked on and off.
Yeah.
The wire kind of would just bend but not really spin, and the fishing line still had a lot of stiffness to it too.
Yeah, if you have fishing line, it does work. It's just you might have to create a little bit more breeze going to actually make it move a little bit more.
Yeah, and then the other thing with the tape, what we found out is that the scotch tape that she put on both sides that were meant to waterproof it actually caused some reflection on the inside display, not so much on the outside display.
It's not too bad. If you're super close up, you will definitely see a little bit of a reflection.
Yeah.
But if it's set back in your yard or something, it's not going to be a problem at all.
Yeah, but the difference between the electrical tape versus the construction paper really didn't make much difference.
It didn't. If you want it weatherproofed, awesome. If you don't really care,
Yeah.
you know. Another
Now,
thing
with the glow paint, what was cool about Gina's glow paint that she got is that even when we turned the black light off, it still glowed for a little while. Whereas the wildfire paint actually shut down. It was off. It was really cool too, because once we shut everything down and went in the house, we looked out the window and we could still see little bugs flying and stuff.
going on.
Even though the paint color had like a yellowish tint to it,
It
when
had a greenish.
it looked green.
Yeah.
So we know it doesn't match the lightning bugs exact, but it's also not as bright anyway.
Hey,
So, but
I thought it looked cool.
for just blobbing some blobs on some construction paper,
Yeah,
it turned
it's
out
not
pretty
bad.
cool. The
It's
movement
not
was
bad.
really neat with the wind. So we had a little bit of breeze on the outside, and that helped us with that.
But when we took it inside, there was no breeze at all.
So we added the 2 fans,
Mm-hmm.
and we played with the different directions. We had some pointing up or sideways, and we turned them on different speeds until Gina was happy with the movement of them. When I had it first going, it was like they were like there was like a windstorm going on in the house.
Yeah, it was really.
It all looks cool though. It blinks.
Yeah, it really does. And you guys, so whatever you end up doing, let us know. We'd love to see what you guys come up with. If you have any tips or tricks on how to improve this
Different
and make it better.
ideas.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you do know how to do the LED version, like a simple one, leave it in the comments below, because we'd love to do another video on trying out that one too.
Exactly. And then we'll be high tech and
Yes.
awesome.
People will think we're smart and cool.
And that's always a plus. All right, you guys, we'll haunt you later.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, click that notification bell.
And you'll get our next video.
Thanks for watching and joining our family.